Cześć wszystkim, ja jestem Arkaz, witam was serdecznie w kolejnym odcinku z serii Zagrajmy w Baldur's Gate 3. To dobry wieczór.
Dobry wieczór Polsku.
Co, najpierw z nią, bo ona jest tu najbliżej. Siema.
I had no wish to lose Will, but my, it would have been nice to flush her into the colony's flesh pit. Orin knows the hunt. In one stroke, she places the Harpers beyond our reach. Separates us from our pack. Until we know who the false facers are, we cannot trust anyone beyond
No,
ourselves.
ale mamy doppelgangera u siebie, więc ja nie wiem.
A shame of mine. Redoubled because I did not tell you everything sooner. Tell me, what do you know of a man named Mince of Rashiman?
The name is as familiar as Jaheira's own. A hero of the time of troubles, who saved the city more than once.
But few know of his fate, I think. I had hoped to keep it that way. Minsk is an old friend. Perhaps my oldest. We've fought at one another's backs, times beyond counting. And the last time I saw him, I left him to die. Before we ever heard of this Absolute, we received word of a gathering in the Undercity. What we found was the first dark seed of this plot. A circle of cultists with mind flayers in their midst. We might have ended it there, cut off at the root, but before I could send for help, Mince charged in alone. It was chaos. He was overrun, dragged down beneath a mass of tentacles. I had a choice. Stay and let word of this cult die with us, or leave him and live to fight another day. And would again. The world takes much from those who presume to defend it. But sometimes, you get to take it back. Infection, indoctrination, eradication. That has been the fate of everyone the cult has captured so far. But it has not been yours. With your help, perhaps it need not be Minsk's either. As simply as that? For no other reason than that I asked? Perhaps you two will get along. Oh, the point is moot without a means to find him. Without the Harpers, we shall have to find another path.
Wybijmy wszystkich.
Dokładnie.
Podoba mi się ten pomysł.
Seems I need to reacquaint myself with this damned city.
No i dobra. To kto jeszcze teraz?
No i Willem miał ten
No, Will na pewno.
krzykniczek.
Tadpole quivers, revealing your discussion with Mazora to Will.
Shit. Father's been taken, and Mazora started to scheme. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? A little too eager for my liking. Well, we'll have answers soon enough. Let's talk to Mazora. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
O
ile on
matko.
ma rzeczy.
Mind flayers are like devils. They just sport tentacles rather than wings. Clever, manipulative, exploitative. The Emperor says he's a friend. I think we'd be fools to believe him. Maybe it's true. Maybe Stelmane allied with a mind flayer and subjected the city to their political will. Or maybe he made an offer she couldn't refuse. I met her twice. The first time, I was a boy of 7 or 8, at a banquet in the Flaming Fist's honor. One look and I was smitten. Chestnut hair that flowed behind her like willow fronds, as she floated from one room to the next as if carried by clouds. The second time, Stelmane was different. Even with the aid of a cane, Each step she took was a struggle. Every word she spoke took great physical effort. A stroke victim, I asked father later. No, he said, a stroke survivor.
You sense uncertainty in Will's voice. He questions his father's explanation.
Whatever you believe about Stelmane, she's not the only one to suffer the killer's blow. My father was tadpole. Stelmane is dead. The people are frightened and the council's in disarray. To exert control, you must first sow chaos. A tyrant's strategy, as father would say. These murders aren't random acts. Someone powerful is guiding the killer's hand, and the city is made weaker for it. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know of more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice.
No to się
I don't
zdziwisz.
remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like.
Dawaj, zapytaj.
It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under the horns. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe. And one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. All right. Anything more we should discuss?
Chyba wszystko. Chyba
Idziemy.
wszystko. Co, Astarion?
Astarion jeszcze, no.
I don't relish the idea of Mizora visiting our camp, let alone offering us anything resembling a deal. When the devils start approaching you, you know you're in deep. Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family.
Spotkaliśmy twoje rodzeństwo. Nie mam takiej opcji?
I was never able
Może
to
dopiero jak
resist
to
their
opowie.
commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again. It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn. Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
Dobra. Może oni w takim razie...
People think the
Znajdą
biggest
nas.
threat to a vampire is a cleric with a stake. It's not. The biggest threat to a vampire is another vampire. They're scheming, paranoid, power-hungry beasts. So why would any vampire give up control over a spawn to create a competitor? Trust me, it doesn't happen.
Okej.
Coś
No to
jeszcze,
nie.
ktoś jeszcze nie. O, nyny.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me.
Może z tymi KaMaL zagada.
Sisters,
Myślisz, że mi wyjdzie?
be my testament.
Gadaj dusza najwyżej, no.
Tum sit
A, w sumie.
in beator.
Jestem tylko paladynem. Już podpisałem jeden pakt.
Sit in beato.
You've heard of such devils. Sisters of justice. Adjudicators of diabolical contracts and bargains.
Holy hells.
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Your parasite links with Will's, and your memories flow into him. He sees his father's flight from Worm's Rock, and hears Mizora's words to you.
Shit. Where did Gortash send my father? How do I save him?
Sisters,
Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus. Infernos contractus te vocamus.
your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. No contract is ended without sacrifice. A cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel! I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose.
I co?
O nie! O, tutaj jest ciężko.
No, jest bardzo ciężko.
Dobra, zapytamy może, co? Jedynkę.
No,
Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
Powiem tak. W czystej teorii, jak się zerwie pakt, jest szansa na uratowanie tego ojca. Ale jest to upierdliwe.
no ale
Można
to
zaryzykować.
jak jest upierdliwe, to my lubimy upierdliwe rzeczy.
Dokładnie.
No to uwalniamy go?
No,
You damned wretch! Father,
łysy.
do it. Break the pact.
Fiat Ita.
A takiego modelu nie znam.
Ja też nie.
Anima ad beatum.
Może jakiś nowy.
Fiat Ita.
Ale posępna nie pochwaliła. Masz szczęście, że to ja gadałam i to do mnie poszło na minus.
Very good.
Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms.
Dobra,
You know
spadaj, Ruda.
what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
Idź stąd.
Ona siedzi na wobozie teraz.
Co ty mówisz?
No tam stoi obok Willa. Posępna ma coś do gadania.
Idę.
Will ma do gadania.
Idę.
Ma też, no.
O, jeszcze Gale ma do gadania.
Gale też, o.
A mam jeszcze nowszą piżamkę w ogóle. Teraz w ogóle jestem taki...
Elegancka.
No teraz to powiem ci,
Ale
ja mam...
wiesz co, powinien to sobie przefarbować na ten kolor jadeitowo-czarny.
Tak?
No,
Mam jeszcze? O, mam jeszcze.
chyba nie. Pasowałoby ci do rogów.
Dobra.
O! No,
No teraz ta.
I can still feel the shadow
teraz to
fell all
wygląda.
over me.
O,
Still hear her
przepraszam, już
words in
ten.
my
Nie wiem
ear.
czemu prywatny.
I feel
Ok.
unclean. You've nothing to be sorry for. Far from it, in fact. Without your help, things could have ended very differently for me. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past. But I'll need your help. Wait until the others are asleep. Then come with me.
Oho, ja chyba już wiem, czemu prywatny był.
Oho.
Down the coast a little.
Jak nacisnąłem, że oczywiście, to stwierdziła, super, pochwalam.
Pochwalam.
Kto gada z kim?
Ja bym sobie zagadała jeszcze z Halsinem, bo widziałam, że on
Zagadaj
miał
sobie.
tam kilka opcji.
Will sacrificed his own father. A hard choice, but not one that is unknown in nature. At times a seedling must strangle the very tree that bore it, if it's to survive. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose.
To co, Gale?
No chyba z Gailem jeszcze, nie?
Teraz mam dużo więcej
Oj.
opcji.
Myślałem, że ty skończyłaś.
Bo miał, wiesz co, kliknęłam na niego jeszcze raz z ciekawości. Kres. Ohoho.
And handing it over to a devil will be a way to prevent it? Come now. You're many things, but never that naive. I promise you, whatever outcomes we're hoping for in this world-ending endeavor of ours, letting that devil get hold of the crown...
Ta, umoralnia mnie atomówka.
No.
No, ciekawe.
What we should be pursuing is knowledge. We need to learn more about that crown.
Bardzo dobrze.
We should pay a visit to Sorcerer's Sundries. Their book collection is the envy of the Sword Coast. I'm certain the truth lurks somewhere on their shelves.
Dobry pomysł.
The only kind I have? Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Nethery sects are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. I doubt they'll have any books on breaking contracts with devils, though. We'll have to figure that one out for ourselves.
Ok, ok.
I co, Will nam jeszcze został?
Podsłuchuję, jak się tam Dżoda dotyka.
Ja tutaj sobie flirtuję z moim Halsinem.
Such terms belong to civilization, a little unfamiliar to my lips. You know what we share is more fluid, more founded in the principles of nature.
Nie ma
You should
fluid.
feel free to roam as your heart desires. You are all I want, but I will not hold you to myself.
Nikt inny nie chciał.
Let
No
others
ciekawe.
know happiness of
Dziwnie to brzmi.
No nie?
Mhm.
Oj, Halsin. A co tam Gail mówił, że co?
Że musimy iść do biblioteki, znaleźć księgi, żeby ogarnąć, o co chodzi z tą
dobra,
koroną
wiem.
i że...
Już wiem.
No.
Już kojarzę.
No i okej.
I spent 7 years choked by Mazura's leash. And I spent 7 years hoping to break free. I never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. I have to believe that. I'm not the Hell's puppet in life, nor its warrior in death. The blade will be guiding his own hand. But freedom will be paid in my father's blood. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain. Today, I mourn my loss.
A moment passes. In the stillness, you find a mote of tranquility.
The Raven Guard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something.
Ale ja bym nie
I
skreślała
signed his
jeszcze
life
ojca.
away before the Hell's witnesses. It would be easier to drink the sticks down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 nether stones and take back our minds. And the city. From the brain.
Ok.
A z Mizorą gadałeś?
Nie, a z nią też można?
No, z każdym możesz.
Little Will's all grown up. I can't wait to see what trouble he gets into. Impossible. My bargain was uncommonly reasonable.
Tak.
A single soul for the return of Baldur's Gate's most beloved Duke. A real bargain, I should think. I never thought the legendary Blade of Frontiers would surrender his father for freedom. Not very valorous, if you ask me. But what does a mean old devil like me know about heroes? The Absolutists worked a number on me at Moonrise. And you're the best hope I've got at payback. No one crosses the Hell's Children without getting scorched. Ugh, you are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found new use for an old battle axe. The dead 3 in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator, each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus, my mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it, the delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all.
Chcemy coś w zamian?
Dawaj 2. Jak już tu starczy, to niech chociaż
I'm
coś...
supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid
Niech
my
chociaż
dues
czynsz
many
płaci.
times over.
Dokładnie.
I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand.
Okej.
No co? Spanko?
Spanko.
Chyba tak. Arkaz w ogóle wyglądasz jakby z jakiejś tej triady się urwał teraz.
Ta, w sumie no.
This will do. Get in the water.
Co, ty będziesz mnie chrzcić?
My feet aren't touching the bottom anymore. It's terrifying. Do people really enjoy this?
czemu ona znowu czarne włosy ma?
Nie wiem.
Właśnie.
You know, you didn't need to wait until I was in the water to hold me.
Oj, tam jak gentleman jestem.
Come here. Thank you.
O, i znowu ma inne włosy.
Mhm.
I needed to know I can face
Szybko
things
jest z tym
without you.
farbowaniem.
No nie?
No powiem ci, taka
I don't
skromna
want to
ta
go
scenka w porównaniu z tym, co u mnie było.
Not just yet.
Bo my tutaj romantycznie, a nie jak zwierzęta. I to
jakie
dosłownie
zwierzęta.
No jakie?
Dosłownie, a to prawda.
Przecież kazałam mu się zamienić z
Now don't
powrotem.
you dare stop.
Oho. Takie rozkazy? No dobra.
Skromnie.
Romantycznie.
Skromnie.
Romantycznie.
E,
Idziemy stąd.
Lae'zel ma wykrzyknik.
O, to ja z nim pogadam.
Okej. Nikt więcej? I Gale znowu. I drapek.
To drapek jest najważniejszy z tej całej trójki.
Since I was old enough to hold a blade,
Karla
I've
go
dreamt
dostała.
of wielding a silver sword. The swords cleave both meat and mind, body and brain. Everyone I bleed with the sword will be my tribute to Prince Orpheus.
Czy ty będziesz siedziała już do końca w obozie?
Historia -1, czy ja chcę próbować?
To ci szkodzi.
No dobra. Aha,
Okej.
aha.
Czyli musi, tak czy siak musisz 19 minimum.
Mhm, to
Tem.
może... Ejlik, czy coś?
No kulni.
A czemu nie zapisałeś?
A,
Nie zapisałeś!
Dobra, daj
Powiedział-
teraz save'a.
Powiedział save'ik.
no i zobacz.
O, widziałeś? No.
You recall
Potwierdza
another
się po raz
fact about
kolejny
silver
raz,
swords.
że ta gra się boi
The
zapisów.
Githyanki forbid
Tak.
their use by all other peoples.
Only Gith's children may wield swords of silver, unless a Githyanki grants the right in exceptional circumstance. The Illithid Grand Designeers.
No ja nie
the
wiem,
true
Wiedźmini
heir is
też mogą
shackled. These are exceptional
srebrne miecze nosić.
circumstances. I grant my allies the right to my silver. Certainly not, or the Prince's honor guard would have already fractured his prison. To break Orpheus free, we will need the Orphic Hammer. A Kithrak's silver sword is more than a weapon. It is an extension of your will, an entire limb unto itself. You merely need to think strike, and it strikes. The sword carves the correct path and carries your arm with it. The ancient slates tell us that each sword holds a fragment of the living gate, a flesh portal made from the stuffs of nightmare. The silver injures the body, the gate's flesh injures the mind, a formidable weapon against Geich. Very well.
Nie, to już było.
Mech.
To jeszcze z Galem, nie?
Jeszcze z drapkiem.
The dog is unable to speak through the small bag he holds in his mouth.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Sublimat odmrożonych uszu.
Superancko. O, odblokowano mi recepturę jakąś.
Pewnie z tego sublimatu.
No,
Odmrożonych uszu. Olej podpalacza.
ta. O, mogę robić swój własny ogień alchemiczny. To super. Dobra, jeszcze ten.
And handing it
Dobra,
over to a devil will
cutscenka
be a
się
way
zbag...
to
O,
prevent
już
it?
działa.
Kilka razy trzeba.
Tak.
Mi też się
You're
buguje.
many things, but never that naive.
On to gadał już.
Our plan
No to było przed chwilą przecież.
Że on o tym gadał. Idziemy stąd.
No. Jakieś ługi-bugi.
Wyl się zbugował. Dobra, wychodzimy, nie?
Chyba tak.
Czy chcesz wyruszyć?
No tak.
Tu się możemy zawsze cofnąć. I dopiero teraz tak naprawdę wchodzimy do miasta.
Tak.
Aha. No to fajnie.
Dlatego się tyle ładuje pewnie.
Mhm. Chociaż uwielbiam to, jak mam 100% na ekranie wczytywania i dalej się wczytuję.
No.
To co to jest za 100%?
No już słychać krzyki.
Mhm.
O!
Thank you for the lift, my friend. Thank you very much indeed.
No to jesteśmy. O. A, bo W nam
Tak, tak, właśnie też mi się przypomniało.
wyszedł z kieszeni.
Gdzie tu iść teraz?
No nie?
To ogromne.
Jak wciśniecie M, to jest dużo takich punkcików, gdzie mamy misję.
Widzę właśnie. Trochę tego jest.
O,
To będziemy odhaczać po kolei.
to co, do najbliższego.
Mhm.
Tu po prawej coś jest. Dobra, od czego zaczynamy?
Coś na górze jest tutaj.
Od kucharza rowera, o, bo jest na dole. On ma coś nam do powiedzenia?
Serio chłop się nazywa rower?
Tak.
Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it. Get in there. True adventuring soul you are. No battle too small.
Idziemy tłuc szczury?
Tak.
Okej, fajnie.
Super.
Pierwsze zadanie,
Koteł.
pierwsze zadanie w Baldurze pierwszym to jest
Długo
wybić
małpo ludzie.
szczury.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please?
Te koty są bezczelne.
Jak to koty.
Jak to koty.
O! No dobra.
Ile tego jest? To co, jakiś fireballek?
Tak. A co? No, teraz krytyka to ja nie potrzebuję. Piękne. Wspaniałe.
Prawda?
O, ale biegną. Proszę zdjąć.
Bo tu pamiątkowy pierścień jest.
No właśnie.
Proszę zdjąć. Czekaj. Chwilę.
A nie masz tam po lewej na dole? Żeby...
Po lewej na dole. Nie mam. A, mam, dobra, widzę.
No, o. Ja tak właśnie ostatnio muchy
Ukryło
zdjąłem.
się przed mym wzrokiem. Patrz, jaka sterta szczurów tu leży.
Boże. A tu jeszcze coś jest. A, to jest kryjówka cesarza. Tak?
Tak.
Przejście znane tylko tym. No, nie zdążyłem przeczytać.
No i co, my coś tu mamy znaleźć?
O!
Oho. Jakiś guziczek. O!
O ja.
Przejście w beczce.
To wygląda jak... Boże, w Kingsman? Nie wiem, czy oglądaliście Kingsman. Taki film.
Możliwe.
To tam było, jak pojechali do Ameryczki, takie przejście. W beczce po whisky.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as
Och
brazen
no,
as described.
wrogowie.
Dokładnie tak.
Traitor who would steal from our queen. Of course you had help, didn't you? From the illithid you carry inside the astral prism. How quaint that we should meet here, in the very place that it once called home.
Chcesz się bić?
About the Emperor and its dealings with you. Though I must confess, its peculiar relationship with you threw us off course for a while. Most illithids prefer to dominate their thralls through transformation. Yet here you stand, untransformed. Tell me, what did it offer you in exchange for your servitude? You have fallen prey to its manipulation. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism, purge it of the illithid interloper, and restore it to our queen. Death will be yours, and yours alone, Gake slave. Hataka!
O, ja nie jestem w walce, ale numer. O, już jestem.
O nie. Ałała. Chyba trafię Karle tym. Chociaż może się uda. Dobra, trudno.
Ja bym tu musiał obejść od lewej, nie? Żeby nie oberwać tymi wodami.
Masz przecież ten mgłę, nie?
Kroku przez mgłę?
No mam.
No, to się teleportuj. Jazda. No.
No, bardzo ładnie, bardzo ładnie. A jeszcze raz i padnie, jak trafię oczywiście.
No i kozak.
Dawaj lód, co ty tu masz?
O nie. No.
Jak się masz, Arkaz?
Ja se stoję. Kto się ruszy, ten sprząta dzisiaj kuchnię.
KaMaL sprząta?
Tak.
A co?
No, kto się ruszy, ten sprząta. Ja widzisz, przejąłem pozycję nieruszania się kompletnego.
A ok, dobra, dobra. Oho, Karle
Ojej.
podleczę chyba zaraz.
Karle pierdzielnie.
Ja nadal się nie ruszyłem. Ja przerzucę jej jakie potiona. No i git. Ale ona tam skoncentrowana jest, co?
No.
No serio?
Ale 4 i tak dostała.
Mhm, to z tego bonusu z młota.
Mhm.
Dobra, dawaj, dobijaj. No.
Wow, +1.
No weź się już uspokój, babo.
Chyba sobie kpisz.
A, bo tam jeszcze jedna jest. Ale to mogłem Karlą być tam. Nie no, aż tak to nie. Ile ty masz? 18? A, nie, ona jest blisko, to nie siądzie. O, 45!
No bo masz chyba coś na to, że możesz sobie z bliska tłuc.
Wiesz co, miałem 40% na to, że trafi w ogóle.
No 40 to nie 0.
No, to fakt. Mech.
Srebrny klucz.
Mech. Mech.
There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you. Can't slow down.
I'll feel that one later.
Something over there.
Gdzie coś
Co
masz?
ty widzisz?
Ja nie zdążyłem zauważyć, gdzie coś jest.
No ja właśnie też nie widzę. Tu się coś powinno kliknąć chyba.
Albo zapalić może wszystkie świeczki, które są zapalone.
Nie, tu nie było jakiegoś przycisku.
O tu.
O.
No właśnie.
Thank you for bringing me back. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps
Nie, ten miecz to taki 8,17. Co nie wiem, czy KaMaL, ty na pewno masz lepsze, nie?
Mam 8,18 teraz.
Tu jest zbroja.
Chociaż młotek to jest niby 11,24.
Ucha.
To jest ciężka?
Ciężka.
Nie.
Ale nie wiem, czy będzie lepsza od tego, co ty masz.
Ale i tak wziąć... Wziąłem portret.
To jest takie mech, ale wezmę.
Sprzedać zawsze można.
Mhm.
Ole, tu się rzeczy dzieje.
On dużo gada, ale zapomniał o napisach.
No nie? O, wlazłem do włazu.
Dobra, to też idę.
Ale to niepotrzebnie chyba na razie wleźliśmy do kanału. A?
Aha.
Co? Z kim gadacie?
No, Lejzelam tu wbiegła.
She slit my belly and filled her cup with my blood. A toast, she said, to her false god.
O.
She told me when her cup ran dry, she'd come for the rest of me.
Czyli to Lejzel jest Tom?
I'm done for.
Doppelganger,
I will hold her
no.
off as long as I'm able. Run while you still can. Don't even think about fighting her.
Co tu się właśnie wydarza?
Foe is too powerful.
No ale czekajcie, co robimy? Walczymy tam z nią, czy...
No, słuchaj.
A tak, nie?
Trzeba ratować ludzi.
No właśnie.
No właśnie, to nie jest Lejzel.
No. I co? A, wy gadacie nadal, bo mnie wyrzuciło.
Crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek? No. Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple.
Mhm.
I will not slice. Her kind die too easily. The murder lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you.
Mówisz, że chce KaMaLa? Dobrze
Niech się
wiedzieć.
wypcha.
The murder lord does not need permission to kill. You are dull. A blunt blade unfit to flay. But you could be sharpened, thin and jagged. Yes, I will tell you what to do. You'd prefer my whispers in the tyrant's tongue, hmm?
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip drain him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the stones. What's left of the other is balls. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Orin demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the nether stones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
Można się zgodzić, ale nie zabijać Gortasza?
Można.
Dobra, to chyba trójka, nie?
Okej.
The promise of slaughter, of pain and humiliation, and the sound of blood dropping into the gutter. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again.
Wysłałbym ją do choroszczy.
Nie wiem, czy by jej pomogli.
Za późno.
Tak, beznadziejny przypadek.
The tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
No dobrze.
Ty, Arkaz, obciążony jesteś.
Dostałem jakiś plecak.
A,
Pełen kaszu?
bo to są rzeczy Laizel. To ona jest porwana, nie ma jej z nami.
No to...
Odeślij to do obozu.
Nie, rzuciłem to do Karli. Karla ma 480 udźwigu, więc...
O kurde.
Plus.
Da radę.
No to, kończymy?
Mhm.
Chyba ta, no.
Myślę, że ta.